last time we chatted, it was right before the Posche fashion show, so I figured we'd just pick up from there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you were right in the middle of all the action at the fashion show. Were you concerned about your safety at any point of that night?
Not at all. I was not concerned at all because I had Harry with me, and Danielle had, her guy Dennis. And, no, I mean, come on, what are these girls going to do? That was ridiculous. Danielle's always worried about her safety, always got to have her big, beefy bodyguards with her. And besides, the guy she had, it was her lawyer's college roommate. So, how much of a bodyguard was he?
So Danielle mentioned that she broke her heels, yet when she was getting carried out by her bodyguard, they appeared to be completely intact. Did you actually see her break her heels?
I didn't, but I'll tell you what I did do. When I went around the corner of the club to, see how she was doing, and she kept saying, my heel, I broke my heel, I broke my heel. I said, okay, come on, Danielle, let's go. And then, of course, her guy came and whisked her away. But I took those shoes to the shoemaker to get them repaired for her, and they did not have a dent or a scuff or anything to indicate that, she broke them. And she had to go over, a little curb to get where she was hiding. So, why didn't she do that, or trip over or whatever, because it was dark. So I think she made that all up and she actually said it running, and maybe when she was, hiding in the corner there, she just, broke them herself. And even I asked the shoemaker, he says, look at the little, nail that's in these, manolas. He goes, it's easy to break these. So my contention was she broke them herself.
Now, I'm not condoning the hair pull by Ashley, but
Sure.
It appears to me that Danielle may be exaggerating a bit about just how much hair was pulled out. So now, you were there. What do you think?
Well, I have to tell you, Frank, the first strand, I think the only strand that I believe that was pulled out, I picked up off the ground, in front of the club, and I brought it to my car, and then on my car floor was 3 more strands. So I believe that she pulled the other 3 out, you know what I'm saying? And then they were just laying there and oh, look at my hair. She pulled 3, but then she exaggerated and said she pulled, Ashley pulled 20. So in my eyes, I think it was the one on the ground, the one I picked up, and the 3 were the ones that she decided to yank out and say there were 4. So I don't believe that all 4 were pulled by Ashley. And even I asked Ashley. Ashley said, I just yanked the one out,
Speaking of Ashley, what do you think about Kim D using her in the fashion show?
I thought Ashley was okay to be used because it was all, adults going, and Ashley was of age, and, I think that kind of gave her, a sense of fulfillment by being in the show, because, after all, Jacqueline's friends were all friends, and it was a nice thing for her to get up there, and I absolutely did not believe that Christine belonged there. And by the way, all the people that Kim had, they were non-professionals, and Christine is, so why would Christine belong there? So I think that Ashley did belong there,
Okay. So now I heard that Posche is having another fashion show in November at the Brownstone. Brownstones. Will you be in attendance?
Oh, absolutely. I have a table. Sure, once again, for sure. Yeah, sure. I don't think it's going to go down what happened last year because, minus Danielle. I mean, we're going to be civil. Yeah, we're not going to act like the way she acts and, provokes people to become something that they're not, just like how I became when I had a big fight with her at Portobello. But go ahead.
So it's safe to assume that Danielle won't be at your table at that fashion show.
No, Danielle won't be at the table. Danielle's, she'll be long gone, I'm sure, wherever.
Okay, so let's fast forward to your confrontation with Danielle. Now, Did you have any idea that she had Danny take her there and then wait in the parking lot for her?
Oh, not at all. In fact, when I walked in, I sat down and all, but then when I started to have, my beef with her and I went out, that's when I saw Danny all of a sudden pull up in the car. So, I did not know he was going to be there, but, for her to run to the car, she would have never been able to get in without me chasing her right to the car. So she was smart bringing Danny, for sure, I thought.
So was there anything that happened at the restaurant that we didn't see on TV?
basically, I went there just to say to her, Danielle, I had enough of your shenanigans. I no longer want to be friends. If we see each other on the street, let's just say hi. Let's be cordial. I wanted to get my things out, what she did to me. And, she just took center stage. She took the platform. She cut me off. And then, especially when she said to me, I no longer want to, you never did anything for me. I went off and I went crazy. There was some things. For example, when I went to walk back in, there was a group of women that decided that one of them wanted to say hello to me, and her son had gone to grammar school with my son, and I looked at her like, you got to be kidding me. I just had a big fight with a woman, and you want to talk to me about kids from grammar school? So I kind of got mad at that, but that was kind of a Kodak moment, if you ask me. And then I went back in, and this was the best. Everyone in the restaurant clapped, like, yeah, you got her. I thought that was pretty funny. The whole restaurant clapped. And there was two little women that were sitting next to me, and I kind of felt bad, and I apologized to them. They were like, oh, my God, we love this. What's going on? We want to come back again. I can't do this. That was kind of funny, too, So that's what happened, basically.
Has your falling out with Danielle strengthened any of your other relationships with the other housewives?
Well, absolutely, because they really didn't want to be bothered with me, with the exception of Kim, because, our relationship. But, yeah, I mean, they were happy to see that I kind of saw through her, and I was able to move on. And, look, it was just a matter of time that this was going to happen between her and I. I knew that because I just knew it. I knew it early on, but I just kept giving her chances. So, yeah, we're all fine, which is nice because we're all normal. We're all moms, and we're not. She's evil and she's vicious, and she's got a way about her that, I don't know of. I've never met anyone like her.
So have you had that lunch with Caroline yet?
No, I'm not really pursuing that anymore. My son John and Chris are real good friends, and if we were to go to lunch, I'd like to go with them. I mean, I don't really need to have a one-on-one with her to discuss what. The boys would be fun because they're fun. So if that ever happened, I'm all right with that. But other than that, I've got my group of friends. I don't need to pursue that any longer.
So now, the first interview I did with you is now the most viewed video on my site. And whether people love you or hate, yeah. I mean, whether people love you or hate you, they definitely are interested in you. So
Right.
Did you ever think you would have such an impact on the show?
I just know my personality. Like I'm an instigator. I'm about drama. I like to have fun. I guess a little bit of trouble. I thought I didn't know it was going to be as much as it is, but I'm kind of happy because I think I brought some great light to the show this year, and some people were like, okay, what am I going to do next? Because of course I was in the middle, so I think that was a good thing for the show. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, and being two-faced that I've been called, but whatever, I'm all right with that.